In a poor neighborhood of New York City called Greenwich Village, two young women lived. Their names were Sue and Johnsy, and they were both aspiring artists who shared a small apartment. They had become close friends because of their shared dream of becoming great painters. One winter, a terrible disease called pneumonia spread across the city, and Johnsy fell ill. Her condition worsened each day, and she began to lose hope and desire to live. She lay in bed, staring out the window at an old ivy vine on a brick wall. As the cold wind blew, the leaves of the vine began to fall one by one. Johnsy began counting the leaves and believed she would die when the last one fell. Sue tried everything she could to cheer up her friend, but nothing seemed to help. Desperate, Sue visited their downstairs neighbor, an old artist named Behrman. Behrman was gruff and discouraged, having never painted his long-promised masterpiece. But he cared deeply for Sue and Johnsy and listened as Sue explained the situation. That night, a terrible storm shook the city, with wind and rain beating the windows. In the morning, Johnsy looked out and saw one lonely leaf still clinging to the vine. She was surprised it hadn't fallen during the fierce storm that had passed over Nick. "That leaf has taught me something," Johnsy whispered. "Maybe it's not time to go." From that moment, she began to find strength and slowly regained her desire to live. The doctor visited and was pleased with her progress, saying she would recover soon. Later, Sue sat beside her, smiling, holding back tears of relief and gratitude. Then she told Johnsy the truth about the last leaf and what had really happened. "That leaf wasn't real," Sue said gently. "It was painted on the wall." Johnsy stared at her in disbelief, unable to comprehend what she had just heard. "Yes," Sue continued, "Mr. Behrman painted it the night the storm came. He went out in the cold rain, carrying his brushes and paints. He painted that leaf on the wall while you were sleeping. It was his masterpiece, Johnsy," Sue whispered, her eyes filled with tears. "He finally painted something that truly mattered, and it saved your life." Johnsy lay silent, realizing the depth of his sacrifice and the meaning of the leaf. Later, they learned that Mr. Behrman had caught pneumonia after painting the leaf. He had been found soaked and shivering in his cold studio the next morning. Though he was treated, his condition worsened quickly, and he passed away 2 days later. He had given his life for a single painting, a leaf that never fell. That painted leaf became a symbol of hope, courage, and selfless love. Johnsy kept recovering day by day, her strength slowly returning. She often looked out the window, remembering the leaf and the man behind it. Sue continued painting, inspired by Behrman's final act of true artistry. They both knew they had witnessed something profound, far greater than any canvas. The painted leaf remained untouched on the wall for a long time. It withstood wind, rain, and time itself, just as Behrman had intended. People who visited their home often asked about the leaf on the wall. Sue would smile and tell them the story of Behrman and his final masterpiece. Johnsy, once weak and hopeless, now spoke with warmth and strength. She began painting again, her canvases full of life and color. Each brushstroke carried gratitude for the man who believed in hope. Though Behrman had little recognition in life, his final act became legendary. That simple leaf meant more than fame or fortune. It meant love and sacrifice. It reminded them daily that art could save, not just decorate. And that in the smallest things, true greatness often lies hidden. So the last leaf never fell. It stayed strong through love and sacrifice. And in doing so, it gave life, not just to a girl, but to a story forever.